All right, we're here at the GameSalute.com booth at Gen Con 2010, and we're talking with some folks from Wizards of the Coast about all the latest and greatest Magic the Gathering stuff out now and coming out soon. We are with Paul Levy, and what is your title at the illustrious Wizards of the Coast, sir?
It is Brand Manager.
Brand Manager for Magic the Gathering. All right, and we have Mark Purvis. You may remember Mark from our audio interview last year. He's back. You haven't seen him on camera before, so here he is now. And what is your title now, sir?
I'm also Brand Manager for Magic.
Dual brand managers here, dueling over Magic. So we've got the latest and greatest stuff here. The latest 2011, Magic 2011, that just came out, and 2011 just came out August, right?
It came out in July.
Yep. Right. So such a busy summer. So.
I know. Yeah, but it's a great set. It's doing a lot of the same things that the last core set did. It has a lot of new content. About half the cards are new. We've introduced a cycle of Titans that are mythic rare cards that are very powerful, have had a big impact on the game.
And for folks that aren't familiar with the latest core sets, so core sets used to be every couple years, and they were all reprints for 10 sets, yeah. And then the new, with 2010, 2011, they switched over to half new cards. So if you normally haven't gotten core sets in the past because I already have those cards, this is half new stuff. And there's some really cool stuff in there, like Baneslayer, which is reprinted again in 2011. So there's a whole bunch of events that go on for Magic. We'll talk about those in a bit, but for 2011, they have booster packs. We have fat packs, which we have here. What comes in the fat pack for people that aren't familiar with that?
8 boosters, a card box, a player's guide, and a spin down. There's a couple of other goodies in there as well.
And those are a great deal. Those are $35. The boosters are standard $4 at $3.99, I believe. We do all round prices here at Game Salute, so if you're wondering about why we don't round to $3.99, that's why. Now they have the fat packs are generally limited, right? They come out and they're kind of printed and then they sell out over time.
Right. They have so many different components and so many different pieces that we generally can only do one printing of them. And they end up being fairly limited. We've been selling out of them ever since we started putting 8 boosters in them, which was with Shadowmoor. Yeah,
it's a really good deal. So if you want to get a fat pack, usually people get like 1% and you just pick it up when it first comes out. And then we have intro packs for that as well, which you don't have here, but those have been updated for 2011 as well, right? They now have 60 cards?
Absolutely. We added more cards to them so that they would be a 60-card deck. We were getting feedback from players that with 40 cards, they didn't really feel like that they were a full deck. And so when they had their friends that wanted to learn how to play Magic, they really wanted those people to learn with a 60-card deck because that's what's required by the floor rules for a standard tournament. So now with the 60-card deck, you can jump right into Friday Night Magic or any game day tournament that is standard legal.
And you still get the booster in there too, so you get your full-made deck, and then you get the experience of, I open up a booster and now I can have more stuff to my deck.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's the way to add to the power of your deck, is to add to your arsenal with booster packs, and that way you can swap out cards that maybe aren't your favorite in that intro pack and improve it over time.
And those are just $13, so it's the same price as before. They haven't raised the price on those, but now you get 60 cards. Went from $12.29 to $12.99, but yeah, not much. Well worth it for the extra 40 cards. All right, so Paul, why don't you tell us about this shiny box in the middle here, From the Vault Relics?
Yeah, so From the Vault Relics is what we're doing right now. Is it's an exclusive here at Gen Con. So we've got different Wizards of the Coast employees wearing red From the Vault Relic shirts. And if you find one of them while you're here this weekend, you can get a ticket to purchase this product here. And this is before this launches.
And that comes out in limited release. All the From the Vault sets are very limited. You'll remember the one from last year was Exiled, and the one before that was Dragons, I think. Those are all 3. So this is the 3rd one. They've done one a year. They're always really limited. They sell out almost immediately upon release. So if you haven't already pre-ordered this at your store, if you're not here at Gen Con, go ahead down to your store and ask, and maybe you'll be lucky enough to get one there. They are $35 retail, and here at the show there's some sales tax and stuff too.
Right, and speaking of being limited, so Paul said that we're giving out these tickets at the show. It's only between 10 and 11, and it's at a random time between 10 and 11, and the tickets go really fast, so you really have to keep your eyes open if you want to try and get one.
And it is an Exhibit Hall G, which is the big trade TCG hall, right?
And also here. We've got scattered around here and in the TCG hall to give people plenty of opportunities to try to get a chance at it.
All right, so anytime between 10 and 11 if you're here at the show, and that's all the way through Sunday?
That's correct.
Okay, great. So there'll be it's a limited number you're giving out every day, and then you can go to the Wizards booth, I think, at 2 p.m., and then you can purchase it there. Just keep everything orderly so we're not killing each other. So that's From the Vault Relics. It does feature, we'll get a little close-up shot of this a little later on, but it features all artifacts for the most part, right?
Yeah, some of the most powerful artifacts from throughout Magic's history. So you've got a Sol Ring in here, you've got Masticore, Mox Diamond, some great cards for all different formats. There are a lot of EDH players who play with Karn as their general, and Karn is in here as well.
Nice. Now you spoke EDH. That's kind of a casual format. It's Elder Dragon Highlander. You have a general and a 100-card deck, and you only play one of every card. That's the Highlander part. Now, there are a couple other casual formats. Last year, Plane Chase came out, and that was that a limited release? Those are regular print?
We actually did a reprint on that. We found that there was a lot of demand out there for that kind of casual multiplayer format, and because of the success of Plane Chase, we developed Archenemy, and Archenemy came out just recently this summer. So we have several programs this summer where you can go into stores and play in Archenemy events, you can play in Plane Chase events. We're really promoting the summer of multiplayer because we know people play Magic all different ways, and multiplayer is a very big part of the Magic experience.
And there are some really cool promos for that for Plane Chase. I know there were 5 different ones for Plane Chase. I think the final one, Timber City, just came out. And then Archenemy is going to have a few promos as well. Is that right, Paul?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, and for Archenemy, it's the same format as Plane Chase, so there's 4 decks. They're pre-made decks. They come with, in this case, 20 Archenemy cards, and you have an Archenemy deck. The rules are different, so if you think, oh, I already have Plane Chase, this is a different format. It's one versus many. I'm the Archenemy. I'm going to fight these 2 guys, and I'm going to destroy them because I'm the Archenemy. And the Archenemy cards, they're big format cards, just like the Plane Chase ones, but instead of being landscape, they're vertical. Actually, you can see right here. They're vertical. Big card in the front there. And what that does is you just draw a card at the beginning of every turn, and it does something ridiculous, like put a 5/5 dragon into play. And so that kind of balances out against playing lots of people. Now, one thing was we've been playing Archenemy, we found that while it theoretically can play any number of players, have you guys found there's a kind of ideal range of players?
Yes, it was designed to be played with 3 opponents against the Archenemy, or 4. After you get more than 5 players in the game, it tends to swing towards the non-Archenemy players winning.
We also found there's some variants you can do if you don't want to play by the official rules, but definitely play by those. You can adjust life totals and stuff if you want to play against 2 people or you want to play against 5 people or 6 people. But it's a really fun thing. You can get all 4 decks if you want, and then you'll have kind of the full set of Archenemy cards. In those, you can play up to 2 of anything in your deck. So you will have to take out multiples if you're going past that. And then the promo cards you can add into that.
Right, and just like Plane Chase, it's completely modular, so you can play with your favorite deck at home using the Archenemy cards. We've also heard stories of people playing with Archenemy and Plane Chase and EDH at the same time. Probably makes for a very long and complicated Magic game, but for some people that's how they like to roll.
Yeah, we played a 5-hour game the other day at our league, so it definitely can get pretty long. Jeff's nodding over there. He knows what I'm talking about. So the other thing about that is, now we mentioned EDH. I noticed in one of the rules updates recently there was a mention of multiplayer formats like Plane Chase and Archenemy and Commander. Should we look forward to a Commander set that's official rules for EDH in the future?
Well, we do have Commander on Magic Online. EDH is a fan-made format, but there are a lot of fans of that format within Wizards, and there are a lot of people that play EDH and Commander at Wizards.
So I'm not hearing a no here.
It's on Magic Gathering Online.
Okay, so it's on there now, so stay tuned for that. But I've really appreciated the casual formats. It's like you guys are saying, you have different formats for everybody. If you haven't played Magic, there's a million formats. There's constructed, there's limited, and then there's tons of formats within that. So multiplayer, it's great to see these casual formats that you can play with a bunch of people. What else are we forgetting about? Events?
Dual decks.
Dual decks, yes. Dual decks are awesome. Dual decks, the latest one, the next one coming out is Elspeth versus Tezzeret.
That's correct. That's right. It's a white deck versus a blue artifact deck. And people are really excited about it because Elspeth is a pretty popular planeswalker right now. I've played the decks. They're awesome. I'm really excited for them to come out. Both Elspeth and Tezzeret are actually characters that play a role in the Scars of Mirrodin story. Scars of Mirrodin is the set that comes out in October.
Now, Paul, can you tell us a little bit more about Scars of Mirrodin? It's coming out in October. It's like October 3rd, I think.
Well, we're returning back to Mirrodin, so that's very exciting.
Yes.
And for those of you that liked Mirrodin, it's pretty great to come back there.
And for those of you who haven't been there, I think it came out in 2005, something like that. It's an artifact plane, so tons and tons of artifacts. And I take it something has happened to Mirrodin if there's Scars of Mirrodin?
Mirrodin is a great place to return to.
Okay, all right. So that's coming up, and there'll be the same format. You'll have fat packs and intro packs and all that. That's the next big set. And that now you did something interesting with the last block. The third set in the block was large. It was a 250 card, something like that?
That's correct. With Rise of the Eldrazi, it was a mechanically different set from Zendikar, but it was part of the Zendikar block. With Scars of Mirrodin, it's going to be the more traditional large, small set.
And so it's like 250 cards for large and like 100 and something for small?
It's $249 for a large set, and Mirrodin Besieged is the second set. It'll be 155 cards.
Okay, great. So we'll have some more coverage of that as we get closer to that coming up.
Another great thing we're doing actually here in our Wizards of the Coast booth at Gen Con is we're showing Duels of the Planeswalker, which just recently launched on PC, so it's exciting to be able to show it not only on Xbox, but also PC. And in addition to that, we also have a partnership with Sony Online Entertainment and are showing Tactics, Magic the Gathering Tactics at our booth, so you can get a hands-on demo of that game.
That's awesome. What is that going to be for? What platforms?
That's PC as well.
Okay, just PC, not Xbox?
PC.
Okay.
And we'll be rolling it out on PS3 after the PC launch.
Okay. Obviously integrating with Sony there. So, but yeah, and the you mentioned Duels of the Planeswalkers. They actually have the Duels of the Planeswalkers intro packs, which are the decks from Duels of the Planeswalkers. So if you play the Xbox Live game and you stop in and you say, hey, I want to pick up that actual deck, I want to get Garruk's deck, you can buy it, and it's the actual deck there. It doesn't come with Garruk. Don't get confused. You're playing as Garruk.
Exactly. I mean, we know from feedback from retailers that a lot of people have gotten back into Magic through Duels of the Planeswalkers, the video game. And once they've played through the game, they want to keep having that great experience, or maybe they want full customization of the decks, which you don't get in Duels of the Planeswalkers. So we created these decks as a bridge for those players. They can pick up the Garruk deck, and they can feel comfortable with that deck because they know how it works already. And then they can, take out the walls of wood because they come with a booster pack, and you can open that booster pack and start immediately customizing that deck to how you want it to be.
That's awesome. So lots of exciting stuff going on for Magic. As always, they have a nice steady release schedule for that. Some people say it's too much. I say it's not enough because I play all the time. So thanks again for both of you for joining us. We will try and get you some more preview pictures and stuff throughout the show, so stay tuned.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you.